Hello class, this is your video about taking notes. We start reading our first book, which is Educated, right away, and you'll be required to take notes while you read. So, here's a random page from the book. Taking notes is important. Let me show you mine. So when I was getting ready to teach the book, I took I have like 15 pages of notes on the book here. So those are my notes. I also write things in the book. You might not do this if you're going to sell it back to the bookstore, but if you think you might keep your book, you can just scribble things, underline things, and I do that all the time in my copy of the book. Okay, so here's a random page from the book. You're reading. You notice something important, and so you write it down. That's pretty much what we're doing. So let's go to the note-taking instructions. So these instructions are in Canvas, of course. Required note-taking instructions. Okay, let's start by looking at the chart. So you need to make this chart. You can download it and you can type into it. Or if you'd really rather take notes with a pencil, which is something I like to do, here's my pencil. You can take notes with pencil and you can use a scanner app on your phone to make a PDF and then submit like a picture of your notes. And be in touch if you need help with that. But so you're either going to type them into this chart in a Word document, or you'll make the chart in pencil and submit that way by scanning it. Okay, so notice the chart. On the left-hand side, you can see all the book chapters. So this is the whole book. This book has pretty short chapters. So for each box, you'll probably put one thing in your notes. Like one note per box is probably a good rule. Although maybe you'll have some chapters where you take more because there's just so much going on that you want to take notes on. Okay, so you have 3 columns. General notes, which is pretty much anything you want. Anything that sticks out from that chapter, there's no wrong answer. Dad and the patriarchal family. So this is a topic you're taking notes on. And then the third topic is modesty, female sexuality, and the Madonna whore dichotomy. Something I want to show you right away is that these 2 columns are the essay topics. So let's look at essay 1. Here it is. And you'll read all this. It's in Canvas. But notice the 2 essay topics. You're going to choose one topic for your essay. And notice these are the same topics as your notes. So in the required note-taking, it's work and it's kind of a pain, but it'll really help you with the essay because you are taking notes on your essay topic. So you're going to choose one of these. At the beginning of the book, for a while, you'll take notes on both topics. But once you settle in on your essay topic and you're sure you know which topic you want to do, you can just take notes on that topic. Okay? So we have the essay topics, and then in the notes, you're taking notes on the 2 essay topics. Okay? And then you can read all these details. All right? So in the chart, I have a few samples. So under general notes, here's one sample. Mom becomes a midwife. Notice that I have the page numbers in parentheses like that. Do that with every single note. It's really important because you have to be able to find the spot again. That's why you're taking this note, because you might go back to it. Okay? So page number in parentheses. All right? So I have a few samples in here. And you can put those in your notes too, and you can add new stuff. All right. So here's an example of Dad and the patriarchal family. Dad says, quote, a woman's place is in the home. Notice I use quotation marks because I'm using the exact words from the book. So if you copy from the book, if you use exact words, you must use quotation marks even in your notes. This will help you avoid plagiarism in the essay. And then again, the page number. So I'll show you this. I'm on that page. So this is page 26. So notice right here in this middle paragraph, Dad's mother worked for the Farm Bureau in town. As an adult, Dad would develop fierce opinions about women working, radical even for our rural Mormon community. Quote, a woman's place is in the home, he would say, every time he saw a married woman working in town. Now I'm older, I sometimes wonder, blah, blah, blah. So, you're thinking about Dad and the patriarchal family, the family where the man is in charge, and you notice the spot. Aha, that fits the theme. So, you put it in your notes. It's pretty much as simple as that. So you have to be thinking about the themes. And then when you notice something, you put it in there. Don't write a lot of detail. Notice I just wrote it down real quick, and then I go back to the reading. Okay? Because you have the page number in parentheses. You can always come back to that spot again. So you don't need to put all the details in your note. Write something quick, page number in parentheses, and then you're done. Okay? All right. So that's how note-taking works. One thing about our themes is that in the beginning of the book, like the first 100 pages or so, there's going to be a lot about this theme, but nothing on this theme at the beginning. This theme will come up later. In fact, it comes up in chapter 8, and I have a sample note. So chapter 8 title is Tiny Harlots. Why? Sometimes you'll put a question in your notes. Like it's interesting, you'll put a question. So to start with, you won't have to take notes in the modesty column. You'll just do general notes and Dad and the patriarchal family notes. And then this theme will come up a lot, but not in the first few chapters. Okay? And again, one of these will be your essay topic. So you should be thinking about which essay topic you want to do. Okay? So you will take notes and you will submit them in Canvas every week. Okay? So if I say you have to read up to page 83 for week 2, then you're going to submit your notes up to page 83 in Canvas in week 2. And you'll see it in the week 2 module. Because if it's week 2, everything you need is in that module. You'll submit stuff there, you'll read stuff, you'll watch videos, everything is in that module. Okay? So, to summarize, you're either going to type notes in this chart as a Word document and then you just submit the document in Canvas. Or you'll make the chart with your pencil, do pencil notes, and then you'll use an app like Cam Scanner to scan your notes, make a PDF, and then submit that. Okay? And if you do that, the notes don't have to be neat. Like they can be messy because it's note-taking for you. You're not writing these for other people to read. It's really for you to remember things. That's the purpose of note-taking. All right. That's all I've got for now. Thanks.